Okay guys, here is the unpack of the new GV-LS2 JVC streaming camcorder. Got this thing so I can record some really kick-ass live events, stage side. Here's some stuff. I did just briefly open the box earlier. Okay, so this thing is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. I mean, this camera lens here is like literally the size of my palm, and it looks like it's got a really nice lens on it. So let's just stash that there for now. And then the base of it here seems to be really small too. So this thing is micro size from what I was thinking it was going to be. I thought it was going to be the same size as one of those big ass Sony ones, you know. Here's the bottom of it. I mean, this thing is tiny. So I don't know, I've never messed with this, but I'm thinking that it just kind of slips on here like this. And that's it. And there it is. This is awesome. Smaller and lighter than I thought it was going to be. Very, very nice. So, I guess I'm going to follow the instructions here and then set it up and see if it works with the rest of my setup. What up guys? So I did try out that JVC streaming camera. It's really nice actually. I love the camera itself, but there was a delay when using either Ustream Producer or Wirecast. There's like a stream delay, so it really is useless for me because I can't use it with any of my other cameras because there's going to be an AV sync issue. So I called JVC this morning and they were like, well, there's going to be a 1 to 5 second delay over the network. So it's totally useless to me. I guess the only way you could possibly use it with Wirecast or Ustream is by actually producing with the delay and using only those streaming cameras. And so in my case, I'd be using it recording bands at live venues. I'd be in the back of the house and the streaming camera would be at the front of the house on stage and I'd be controlling it. So the only way you'd be able to do that with those cameras is to have two of them, one in the back of the house, one on stage, and to route the audio through the one in the back of the house through the mic jack. So it's not even, I don't even think it's a stereo line in, it's just a mic jack. So that's the only way you could probably get the AV sync to be perfect while using multiple cameras. And considering that I'm not going to be using all those cameras and I don't want to have a delay because it would mess with my mind, I'm setting it back today. But it is a really cool camera. If you're looking for like a security type camera or like a surveillance camera, the thing's perfect. The pan tilt zoom is totally awesome. It's like on a gyroscope or something, and it must just use like little bits of magnetic fields and stuff. It runs perfect, and you can have different snapshots set up, so you can have like up to 4 like scenes, so you can click one and it'll just go right there and perfect, like zoom, pan tilt, all that stuff. So I really like the camera. I wish I could use it. But it's just not going to work for me. I mean, I could use it like on my roof or something if I was going to like have like a roof cam as like a webcam, like a weather webcam. That would be perfect. It'd be awesome. But the AV sync issue is just too much for me, so I'm sending it back right away. And I'm going to go and put a bunch of reviews online so that people don't buy these things without knowing that they're going to have issues with Ustream Producer. I don't get it because the company even mentions Ustream Producer in their manual, but they don't tell you that there's going to be a 1 to 5 second delay. Isn't that like a huge thing? So all the retailers should specify that because they're going to get a lot of returns on these units. So unfortunately, we'll have to wait until we find a better way to do this. And when I was testing it, it was direct. So like it offers, like you can either go through a router, so you can have multiple webcams or the cameras go through a router. My main testing was like using the camera as like a hotspot. So I was connecting directly from over wireless here in the studio. I was connecting from my computer to the camera directly within like, you know, like 10 feet. And that's like the fastest it could possibly go, and I was still getting a 3-second delay. And JVC was saying, oh yeah, it depends on your network speed. Well, I mean, I had it directly connected, full blast, like as fast as the JVC camera could send bandwidth, so, and I was getting a 3-second delay, so it'd be like, you know, wave at it, and then like 1, 2, 3, in Wirecast you'd then see the scene. So it's kind of useless. I don't recommend it unless you're using it for surveillance purposes. Take it easy. Hope it helps. Yeah, one of the cool things I really liked about the camera is that it actually made almost like a webcams type driver in your Windows computer. I don't know about a Mac, but so as soon as you load the driver in, Wirecast will see like 4 JVC cameras right in Wirecast, so you don't actually have to use it as an IP camera. So you don't need like Wirecast Pro or anything like that, which is really cool. That process of taking the stream and then going through a driver and then going to Wirecast really slowed it down, because it seemed like the stream coming over into the monitor was pretty good. It was maybe like milliseconds off, but it was usable, you know? But then when it went from the monitor through the driver into Wirecast, it took, 3 seconds. I don't know why there's such a delay on there, but I love the technology because a lot of things are moving that way. Even Google Hangouts saw the drivers in there, but for whatever reason I wasn't able to see it in Google Hangouts. But I didn't really test it too much because that's not really my focus. But I was able to get it into Wirecast. I was having issues with it. It seemed to like lock up after a while. So if I'm like using the control portion and Wirecast together, it seemed to eventually lock up the video driver going into Wirecast. So it's hard to say like really how good it is if the resources aren't there. But if you just use the JVC monitor software, it's really good. It's really good. It runs really good. I liked it, and that PTZ was like super smooth and precise and perfect. I can only hope that they make a better, faster one.